some things you're nervous about. Why are
Oh, you think I'm done? I'm just getting started. Yeah, no, I'm not done. There's more, sadly. If you're semi-new here or just haven't watched the first video I made about things I'm freaked out about, you don't need to watch them in order. Don't worry about it. It's not like you have to study up to watch these things. I'm not gonna pop out halfway through like, pop quiz in the first Irrational Fears video, which video game from my childhood did I finally beat after like 15 years? Answer incorrectly and you have to restart your computer. That's the punishment for not being up to date on every single one of my videos. But it would be cool if you went and watch it afterwards or something. Whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. It's fine, I don't really care. This is how you play Hard to Get, right? Let's just jump right into it. Things that freak me out / generally make me a bit nervous, part 2. Interacting with people. I feel like a lot of you can probably relate. I actually got curious to know the ratio of introverted to extroverted people, and apparently around 50 to 74% of the population is extroverted. Now that's a big estimation gap, but I thought that was kinda interesting because the majority of the comment sections on my videos are full of introverts. Looking at the bigger picture here, it kinda makes sense though, because all the extroverts are probably just out being with people in the real world. Like extroverts. Well anyway, as a fellow introvert, I avoid interacting with people as much as I possibly can. If there's an option for me to just not talk to people, I'm down. I'm talking about strangers and people I don't really know, by the way. Don't get this picture in your head that I just want to live on the floor of my room by myself in the dark with no friends. You probably weren't thinking that. But just making sure. I think it's common to not want to interact with every single person you possibly can when you go out somewhere, but I think I go an extra step in some situations. Like if you're at the grocery store and you can't find something, an average person would walk up to one of the workers there and ask, "Hey, do you know where I can find the cornmeal?" And the worker would say, "Oh, it's in aisle 3 with the baking ingredients." And the person would be like, "Thanks, not only did I get an immediate answer to my question, but I also know the general direction I need to head to because you physically pointed to where I can find the thing I'm trying to locate." While over in my corner, I can't just walk up to an employee and ask them about something they're paid to know the answer to. Psh, I'm not some social interaction wizard. No, I have to walk to some obscure area no one else is in, pull out my phone, and Google where to find cornmeal in a grocery store. I choose to take an extra 5 whole minutes of my time to do an internet search, then initiate a normal human-to-human interaction. And Google can't point out which direction I have to go. I've got to walk down the whole store scanning the little signs at the top as an extra bonus to find the cornmeal for a video to make bird treats that I'm never gonna use again, and Ari doesn't even end up eating. One time I was in Target and I called my mom to ask her where the deodorant would be because I couldn't find it, and she said, "How should I know? Ask someone there. Why are you calling me? I'm at work." And so I left without buying anything. Which is also a tangent little fear, going into a store, looking around, and leaving without making a purchase. I feel so shady, like the workers probably think I just committed a steal. Then you try to like balance it out or something by looking extra friendly and smiling at the people. "Howdy ho there, I didn't steal. No need to worry about me. I'm a law-abiding citizen who pays for things." But then it's the whole thing like, well, hypothetically, if I were to actually want to steal something, I would try to not look shady by smiling at people like, "Yep, totally didn't just rob you." So they probably think I am stealing by smiling at them, and I'm confirming their mind even more. People who work at stores. If you see someone walk in and leave without getting anything, do you assume they stole something? I haven't had a job like that before, so I don't know the thought process you guys have. I just want to know if this can be something I don't need to worry about anymore and I'm just overthinking everything like I normally do. Please help. Since we're on the topic of socializing with other people, if I do find myself in a conversation with someone, I worry a lot about not looking like I'm paying attention to them while they're talking. I hate it when I'm trying to tell someone something and they're just looking around, they check Twitter a few times, totally not looking like they want to be there. Like, dude, you're gonna miss out on this stellar conversation I'm having with you here that could totally maybe change your life. I'm just kidding, I don't have anything to say that could change anyone's life. But they don't know that, so they're risking that possibility. Also, another side tangent, the word stellar. It's a good word. Why don't people use it more? I vote everyone says stellar more often. Stellar is stellar. That was a public announcement. So that's 2 things on your to-do list now. Go watch my Irrational Fears Part 1 video and say stellar more. I mean, if you want to watch the video, it's nothing really. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just thought I'd mention it again just in case you forgot. Whoa, hey, let's get back on track. Worrying about not looking like I'm paying attention to someone when they're talking to me. So what I do to overcorrect that problem is focus way too much on making it look like I'm listening to someone. I concentrate so hard on looking like I'm paying attention to a conversation that sometimes I actually do forget to pay attention. I do a 180 and focus more on getting it across that I'm genuinely listening than just actually paying attention. And I don't realize I'm not really hearing what they're saying until the middle of their conversation, and it's like, crap, wait, I don't know what they're talking about. I need to start paying attention. And then I focus on trying to make it look like I've totally been comprehending what they've been saying this whole time, and you get the point. A good example of how this can be a bit of a problem is about a month ago, I went to the bank to order some euros because, as you know, I was going to VidCon and stuff. There's a video on that too if you maybe want to go watch that as well. I mean, it's whatever. Like, when the bank lady was telling me about the ordering process, I was really focused on getting it across to her that I knew exactly what she was talking about, and everything was peachy, and there were no problems at all. And when she got to the point where she said, so they'll arrive on Wednesday, is that okay? She basically told me when I can pick them up. And without thinking about what day it was or what she actually just said, I went, yep, that's fine, finished the order, and left. It wasn't until a couple hours later I was at my desk doing some work and it dawned on me, wait, I'm leaving on Tuesday of next week. Did she say this Wednesday or the Wednesday after I leave the country? I'll take my chances. It was the Wednesday before I left. It was fine. But in hindsight, that could have been really bad. And I was too nervous about going back and asking the lady about the order information because that would be extra interaction with another human, and I just told you about how that makes me anxious. I'm gonna screw myself over someday by being like this. I know it. I'll make a video about it, don't worry. Last one for now. So far I'd say I've talked about pretty general things that other shy, anxious people might relate to. But this one's out there. The live-action version of the movie Pinocchio. There might be a few of you out there like, oh yeah, when I saw that movie as a kiddo, I thought it was a bit freaky too. No, that's not why it freaks me out. I saw it for the first time as a kid, and I don't recall a single thing about what it's really like or what happened in it, but I just know that that night, I had one of the scariest nightmares of my childhood life. Like the type of nightmare you never forget, and you just wake up in a pool of your own sweat, like, geez, how did my brain even conjure up something that horribly freaky? The heck, where did that come from? And at first, I didn't think anything of it. Just a nightmare. They happen. Nothing out of the ordinary. But like a year or something later, I watched the live-action Pinocchio movie a second time, and I got the exact same nightmare. Yep, these two occurrences are connected. I'm never watching Pinocchio ever again. And I didn't. That's the only movie I refuse to watch as of this point right now. Maybe sometime in the future I'll be brave enough to try and give it another chance, but no man, I'm good for now. I bet you're curious, so I'll try to explain the scary dream the Pinocchio movie gave me. It's gonna sound dumb, but that's just how dreams are when you try to explain them, okay? Just go with it. I was in a dark room, and I was pinned against this invisible corner, so like, imagine you're in a room and have your back against a corner and you can't see anything, it's all pitch black. And by the way, I was Dash from The Incredibles. That's just... I don't get it either, that's just how it was. Not even Violet, but whatever. So I was Dash from The Incredibles, pinned against this invisible corner looking into blackness, and every once in a while, a big shark would lunge out of the dark and try to bite me. Just a huge shark jump scare at random intervals. Sounds dumb when I say it out loud. I'm not even scared of sharks. But it got really close at some points. It's dumb. Whatever. Anyway, quick off-topic thing. I'm gonna be going to Phoenix Comic Con next week with James and some of my friends. There's not a panel or anything. I'm just gonna go for fun and to be with buddies. So if you see us walking around, then yeah, say hi if you want. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, bye.